It is another short week here as the Bears win week one of their playoff over Columbus Junction. We get ready for Monday Night Football back here at the Little Rose Bowl. And Jason, welcoming in Pella Christian. You're pulling out your best Hank Williams Jr. I've lost him. He's done for. See you later, guys. No, Pella Christian coming in and a little bit tougher challenge. You know, you always look at. I think Coach Tom Brands with wrestling. Each week you're getting tougher and tougher opponents. That's the case as the Eagles come in.
A completely different challenge than the Bears have seen all year. They've seen some good quarterbacks throwing the football. Javin Drake from Wilton comes to mind. Dylan Caves is another 1,000-yard passer. Colby in the first round from Columbus Junction was an 1,100-yard passer coming into that game. This is a different level passer. Dave Kakmarinsky, the junior quarterback for Pella Christian, leads the state in passing yardage, leads the state in touchdown passes. He had 2,400 yards passing going into the 10th game. Against Wilton, he had 229 yards passing, 3 second-half touchdown passes. And he looks for some kid named Youngling. Levi Youngling had 13 catches, 184 yards in the first round. The kid's got something like 72 receptions and about 1,500 yards of it. So when in doubt, he's going to throw to them. But it's a different beast. Matt Shaver, probably going to be busy on Monday night, huh, buddy? Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. The Bears, it's going to be a different beast for the Bears covering the pass, but they got a couple guys. They had 3 guys over 500 yards rushing too. Yeah. So but Kakmarinsky is the guy that stirs the drink.
Well, it's similar though to different teams that we've seen throughout the year, like you talked about. I mean, they're going to spread you around. They're out of that shotgun. It's just a matter of getting the defense to read their keys, know where the guys are, and just make sure that play your assignment football, like Coach Peterson's been preaching for 30-some years, and you're going to be able to take care of business.
They are, and they're going to need to play that because the weather that we saw in the first round is going to be completely different from the weather they're going to see on Monday night. Monday night looks beautiful. It looks 65 and sunny. Field might dry up a little bit. It looks pretty rough as we look out the window right now of the Little Rose Bowl. But assignment keys, making sure you put a little bit of arm when the guy's coming off the line. If he's going to cross you, coming across the middle, make sure you shove him a little bit to, let him know you're there so he gets a little bit, and he doesn't have a clean run on a route. They like a lot of those crossing routes. When in doubt, you watch him on film. He likes to just chuck it up either to 23 Youngling or Howitzel or Graham Howitzel. It's a name I'm not sure of.
I haven't looked at him quite yet.
A lot of good deep balls to that kid. So he's got some confidence in receivers, and these kids are all juniors. So
look out for these guys for the next couple of years. One thing, I mean, they have given up some points this year, and a couple of their losses, I think 62 Albia put up, 52 that Sigourney Kyoto scored on them. So, hopefully we look offensively that we can move the ball, do some good things, and utilize those weapons that we have.
And even Wednesday night in their playoff game against Wilton, they're down 17-7, then 24-14 in the second quarter with 7 minutes to go. Then some turnovers for Wilton. Pella Christian scores 28 consecutive to win 42-24, but I don't really think that tells the whole story. I mean, Wilton had 3 turnovers down the stretch. Pella Christian gets up 28-24 at half, score again, and then they kick the ball low, bounces off a Wilton defender. Pella grabs it, go down, they drive, and they score again. When the game was not, there was still in doubt. Wilton was still in that game. I think that really took the sails out of the Beavers. But to say held Kakmarinsky to 229 yards passing, I think Coach Ty Lee and the rest of the Coach Peterson, the defensive coaches and the offensive coaches, they're seeing what they like, what they can do, and I think what they're going to see is they're going to try to be a little bit more balanced and show Pella a lot what they saw, not from what they saw against Sigourney, who scored 52, but more kind of what they saw out of the Regina or maybe the Wilton, where it's a little bit more balanced passing and throwing.
Well, I think
passing and rushing, I should say.
270 yards to the air, 185 on the ground that they put up. So they're willing to move the ball. It sounds like they're willing to let other teams move the ball as well. So hopefully we can be able to score more than they do and utilize that defense quite a bit here on Monday night.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that for West Branch all year. The Bears have been very balanced. They're averaging about 250 yards rushing. They're averaging about 160 yards passing. They're number one West Branch's number one running back and number one passer. When you look at 1,000-yard guys on each team, they're the highest over 1,000 on each side of the ball. In other words, when you've got Koenig's thrown for almost 1,500, Lennox run for a little bit over 1,500. Nobody else has anybody over both positions at 1,500. So West Branch is a very, very probably the most balanced team in Class 1A. And then you add into this offensive line and this defensive guy, and they get a little shot in the arm this week. That guy has been kind of an extra coach this year, and one of their captains, Drew Finnegan, Stephen. We've been waiting all year to see if he's going to be back. This week they're going to turn him loose. The doctor said, go ahead. It's going to be tough to hold him off the field anyway, but once the doctor said, gave him the go-ahead. So I think that's going to give the Bears a little bit more of just a mental stability, I think, factor, just a little rush of adrenaline, even more to see old number 52 on the field once again.
I think Telly's been starving him all year. He's a little hungry out there. He's going to try to make up for the last 8 weeks that he hasn't been able to feed himself. So we'll look for that here coming up. Monday Night Football at the Little Rose Bowl, another 7 o'clock start. West Branch taking on Pella Christian. You can hear it on the Bearcast at 6:30, and all of the action come out and cheer this team on here at the Little Rose Bowl. We'll see you then.